I just want to start with the FIR of our dear sister, with her own words. She has written this FIR in front of the magistrate. In this, she mentioned the order of how she was sexually violated. She was caught by 4 men. After that, they took her to a place where she was physically abused. Not just physically abused. I believe most of you have the FIR. If not, you can get it from me later on. It's too painful to even read it. Because when we say rape, it's so many degrees of rape. But in our sister's case, I will read some line of her FIR. You bear with me. She was taken with a man in armed, wait, can't read much, okay. So the vehicle that was used to escort her was a colored Maruti Swift, purple color. And she also mentioned about the ATM booth in New Chekon in Imphal, which is near 𝗵𝗶𝗴𝗵𝗁 school. So the FIR clearly mentioned about the place, the color of the vehicle, and the location. Tell me in today's DNA, how many purple color will be in that area? The second vehicle is also mentioned, and the third is also mentioned, which means she was taken from one place to another. I don't know how she got the strength to narrate the painful incident that happened to her. The men took turn to rape. I'm not ashamed to even read out this word, because it is in her own FIR. What happened to her is known by her. And she said the 4 men, after taking turn, says that let's all have her together. And one of the men say, how old are you? Ask her, how old are you? She said, 18. And the other man said, she's too young for that. Stop at that and think about the situation in that moment. And then one of the men say, let's call 𝗵𝗶𝗴𝗵𝗲. This is not my word. This is her own word. Not only that, they also ask her, will you report to the police whatever we have done to you? And while asking all this, one of the men said that she's young, she's enjoyable. I spoke to her mom yesterday. I said, I'm sorry, I have to ask the story again and again. I know it's not easy. And her mom said, my daughter has suffered a lot. And 2.5 years of her in the hospital, none of the government officials visited her. The FIR was launched. It must have been kept in one file. Nobody took it up. And her mom said, my daughter wants justice. And I asked her, in the form of what? So I said, my daughter has paid the highest price. And I don't want anybody, any young girl to go through what she went through. And she said, these are her mom's words, never under the Meitei radical in the valley. And you have seen the grandmother's word also, that her grandmother says that my grandchild was such a young girl, so promising, only 18, don't know anything about this world, and she has went through this. I want justice. You and I are the voice of her. She's no longer here. Her FIR speaks a lot more than what I just read. There's more to it. And I'm sure it's beyond the word of this FIR. I'm sure the suffering is beyond that. Having said that, I have a list of all the women who suffer Manipur violence. All the women. And in this, I highlighted it. Shot, murdered, raped, assaulted, lynched, dragged out, paraded naked, made the video. The video went all over the world. If you and I keep silent today, this is going to continue. Manipur is not normal today. Most media move on in life. Many of us move on in life busy with our own work. But Manipur today, there's a separation between the Kuki-Zo and the Meitei, done by them only, the militia. We were living like friends and family in 𝗵𝗶𝗴𝗵𝗁 Valley. We were happily having friendship with all of them. And all of a sudden they attack us. They chase us out like animals. All of us. In a few days' time, they clear all the valley. How can this happen? Not known by the state government. How can all this continue for 6 days and wipe out every Kuki-Zo in the valley based on 3 wrong narratives? How can everyone, the officers, the doctors, the engineers, people working in the government sectors and businessmen of the Kuki-Zo are defamed as poppy planter? None of them are farmer in the valley. None of them cross the border from Burma to come into India. All these 3 wrong narratives continue till today. If you look at the social media, any Meitei that tweet against us shows the hatred that's planted by them is so vast that we can never, ever live together. Today, if I have to go home, I have not been home for 1 year because the journey that takes only 1.5 hours or 2 hours maximum to 𝗵𝗶𝗴 airport at the valley, we couldn't take it. Today, it takes about 3 days to reach our home. Recently, a 2 carpenter trying to earn a living in Dimapur. From Churachandpur to go to Dimapur, it took them 9 days. This is the reality. Apart from raping of women, apart from suffering of the pregnant ladies, apart from suffering of all this socio-economic life, we are neglected to the core. So neglected that we can't even go home. There's no road to go home. 3 days ago, the only road that we dig with our own hand through the jungle was blocked. Just next to 𝗵𝗶𝗴𝗵𝗁. All the vehicles from Churachandpur stopped just before 𝗵𝗶𝗴𝗵𝗁. They had to return back to Churachandpur. And then from there, the nearest train station is Sairang in Mizoram, which takes 12 hours to reach there. From Sairang, you have to go to Lumding, that is in Assam. After Lumding, you have to take another train to reach Dimapur, Nagaland. That was the story of the 2 carpenter who want to earn a living in Dimapur. Why everyone is so quiet and silent of the suffering? And many people say, why don't you just forget and move on and form a popular government and, find a solution? Can we ever go back? Aren't we not afraid of our life being to be molested and raped again? We escape with our own life. Today, the only solution, I am telling you, the only solution is not to keep the Meitei and the Kuki-Zo together under the same administration. Otherwise, all what we have right now, our own life, will also be taken away. Education is compromised. Some of our schools' marks have been altered under Manipur Board of Secondary Education. One premium colleges that run all throughout these years with such a beautiful marks. Whereas all the marks were altered and some of them get 4 marks in their own mother tongue. Education is compromised. The ST job and the state government will not go to Kuki-Zo anymore. Think about the future. Our sister, Spirit, is crying in her own FIR. She said, I'm not ashamed to say that I was raped by Arambai Tengol. These are her words. And now some of the people are saying Kuki-Zo only want to be a victim. Tell me, is it good to be a victim, not able to go home for 1 year? If our relatives are being, if some of us, like even Lam Num Them, the air hostess who died in the plane crash, her dead body could not enter 𝗵𝗶𝗴𝗵𝗁 Valley. The Meitei nicely declared that bring her home the body. Who will clear their 𝗵𝗶𝗴? The parent cannot enter 𝗵𝗶𝗴 Valley. Who will clear that, the human remain? Some of us, if our loved one died over there, we bury without seeing them. We cannot say goodbye to them. Some of us, our relatives, our grandmother, our old people are buried in Imphal Valley. Every year we would like to go back to the tomb, cry and pray along with them. We cannot do that anymore. It's not just rape. It is not like, ethnic violence. It is not the ethnic violence. It is ethnic cleansing. Otherwise, how can they cleanse all of us in the valley in just 6 days? See, we are limited with words. We're not politicians. We're not social activists, professional, or someone who can speak beautiful words pleasing to the media. We can only say our suffering. Most of the groceries and everything are above MRP. Medicine, we have to send some medicine from Delhi because we don't have enough medicine. I mean, the suffering is too much. Today, if you and I keep quiet, the rape will happen. Every time we cross paths, killing will happen. Every time we meet each other, it's not going to happen. Life isn't going to go back with them. With this, I would like to end my whatever I have to say. I cannot say because, like I said, I have my own limitation, but all these documents that I have, all these lists that I have, if any of the media people would like to have it, I can share even the FIR, I can share the medical report. It's out anyway in the public domain. I'm not doing it, but in case you want to know, we will meet maybe in a question and answer hour. And with this, I want to say to the family who lost their loved one, I want to say to the family of David Thiek, whose head was beheaded. In the video, he pleaded for his life. I want to say that we are with you. Though no perpetrator, no culprits are not caught and they roam freely, even though all those things, justice will happen one day. I want to say to the family of 200 plus people who lost their loved one in a gruesome, the most painful death, that we are with you. Truth is with you. Thank you.